Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of Horror Hands, and today is HorrorCon. I'm super excited. I'm going to make my way there shortly. I'm going with my dad, and promises to be just another amazing fun day for horror movie fans. We'll have a walk around. I'll try and show a bit of the event if I can, show you a few stores and what's going on. But you know me, I'll be going to pick up as many Blu-rays and DVDs and crazy horror movies as I can. So I'll get back and I'll certainly show you the hopefully awesome horror movie haul that I get. So anyway, let's get straight to it. Let's get to HorrorCon. Okay guys, I am back home. 4 bags full of goodies. Yeah, it's been a very good day. It's been an excellent HorrorCon. So I'm going to just get these sorted, get in some kind of order, and I'll run through some of the weird, wonderful, crazy and awesome titles that I picked up from this year's HorrorCon. Alright guys, I've sorted everything out that I picked up today. Before I get into it, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that came over and said hi today. It was really great to meet some of the guys and girls that watch the channel. Had a great time chatting with you, and really appreciate the support and the positivity and the fact that you came across and said hello. So brilliant to meet a few of you today. That really meant a lot. Thank you to Ian, one of my viewers. This is the second time I've met you now, and Ian was kind enough to give me a couple of things which I'll show before getting into the pickups. He gave me a copy of Threads, so I can finally check out Threads. I get comments about this movie a lot, particularly when I cover extreme stuff. This is a real frighteningly realistic look at like a nuclear war and things like that. So yeah, thank you for that, Ian. I'll be watching that soon. He gave me the Strain Blu-ray. I have seen this a few times when I've been in HMV, so finally get to check this one out as well. And then an absolutely awesome big box VHS of Ticks. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. You won't hear many people say this statement, but I love Ticks. So this is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for that, Ian. And even the bag that you put these gifts in is awesome. Put them in a stab screen bag, which is amazing. I'll certainly use that or put it up in the movie room. So thank you, Ian. And again, thank you to everyone that came over and said hi. It was fantastic to meet you all. Okay, guys, on to the pickups. About 40 odd movies, I think. So it's been a good day. Only a couple of these I've watched before. So these are movies that are all new to me. So I'm just going to run through each one. Let me know what you think. So the first movie I picked up is the 1974 Le Possession d'Alter from Cauldron. So it's quite an old release from them now. I didn't know if I'd ever get this, but it was there today with the slipcover. So I thought I'd pick it up. It looks pretty creepy, like a woman that gets possessed or gets into demonic possession or something like that. And it's all documented, like found footage or evidence footage, that kind of thing. So yeah, great to see this. As I say, it's an older Cauldron release. Next up, I picked up Amityville Cult. This looks like just one of these cheap Amityville spin-off movies. It was cheap and it got a slipcase, so I thought I'd grab that just to add to the numerous Amityville titles that I've got. Next up, I picked up Baba Yaga. This is another film I've known of for a long time and not watched it yet, so it was there. I think it was like £5, so I thought, thank you very much, I'll have that while it's in front of me. Next up, this is a new release from Massacre Video, Beaten to Death, which I think is an Australian kind of survival horror film. A guy gets left for dead out in the wilderness and these sort of bad guys come after him, and it's like the savages of nature, that kind of thing. It looks and sounds like pretty brutal stuff. I've only just come across this one myself and only saw it for the first time on Blu-ray today. So yeah, it looks like pretty hard-hitting stuff, but I'll check that one out at some point. It's Beaten to Death. Next up is the Brides. Don't know much about this one. It was just there. It was very cheap, and I think I was just intrigued because I'd never heard of this one before. So we'll see. Okay, next up. So I think the only box set I got today, but it is a doozy. I was glad to pick this one up, and it's the two Caligula movies, Caligula and Messalina, and Caligula: The Untold Story, in this really nice box set from Severin. They come with the two separate Blu-rays. So that's Caligula: The Untold Story and Caligula and Messalina. Both of these movies are said to be even sleazier and more depraved than the Malcolm McDowell version, so heaven knows what I'll be in for with these. But yeah, this is another one that's been out for quite a while. Not sure if it's still in circulation or not, so when it was there today, I thought I'll grab that. Okay, next up I picked up Cannibal Campout. Just full on shot on video trash. I've seen bits of this and it's crazy. Not a good film at all, but I didn't have it and it was there, so I thought I'd get a bit of shot on video junk while I'm there. Similar with this, I think. This is Captives from TerrorVision. I think this is from the guy that did Video Violence. So yeah, another sort of shot on video from the late 80s. Don't know much about it. It's just got a nice sort of slipcase release from TerrorVision. So there we go. Next up, I think this is an old British horror film and one that I don't own. So again, same story. It was in front of me today, so I grabbed it up. But it's Crucible of Terror. And yeah, I had to think when I was there today if I did own this or not, and I was pretty sure that I didn't, and it turns out I don't. So I certainly know about this movie. I've heard about it, so it'd be good to get this one in the collection. If you've seen it, let me know. I think this is a pretty sort of classic one from the 70s. So yeah, I'll check this one out soon. Okay, next up, really happy to come across this one. This is Paul Nash's Curse of the Devil. Now, I've been wanting to get this for years and years. It has been released by Vinegar Syndrome not too long ago, but they put it out in a triple pack. And ideally, I do like to get movies individually. So I saw this. It was a really good price. It's old school Anchor Bay. So I was very happy to snap this one up. So great to finally get Paul Nash's Curse of the Devil. I've heard this is one of his best movies. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Next up, I've got a couple of these Film Masters ones from the 60s. The Devil's Partner, paired up with Creature from the Haunted Sea. I have seen the latter. It's pretty terrible, but it's a creature from the ocean, so that's kind of cool. I'm not familiar with The Devil's Partner, so I'll check that one out at some point. And then, what was this one? Door-to-Door Maniac and Right Hand of the Devil. I think Johnny Cash is in Door-to-Door Maniac, so yeah, I'll check those ones out at some point. Next up, quite a lot of Mondo Macabro releases there today. I picked up Dr. Caligari, which is from the 80s, loosely based on the original Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I think this follows his daughter or granddaughter or something like that. I'm not a huge fan of the original. I know it's like a silent movie classic. I struggled to connect with it, so I'll see what this is like. I'm sure it's vastly different anyway. It'll surely be interesting to see how they kind of link from that original movie, and it looks pretty crazy from the write-up on the back of the Blu-ray. But yeah, Dr. Caligari. Next up, I'm not familiar with this movie. I think this has recently found its way onto Blu-ray, and it's Empire of the Dark, which sounds great from the write-up. They liken it to like Rambo in Hell. So like a bit of an action-packed movie where he's fighting monsters and demons or a demonic cult or something like that. It really sounds like an interesting mishmash. And this is from Steve Barkett, who did The Aftermath, which is a great movie. So I'm hoping it's kind of similar, sort of tonally similar to that. But yeah, definitely excited to get this one and check it out at some point. Next up, this is a movie that I've seen. I saw this a few years back, and it's Evelenko with Malcolm McDowell playing a Russian serial killer from sort of the Soviet Union era. Really dark movie. This guy, based on a true story, and he went around killing and eating kids. So yeah, real strong subject matter in this one. From what I remember, it's pretty good. It's pretty gripping in places, very disturbing. It has a bit of a weird ending, if I remember right, but I need to revisit it and see what's what. But this is the 4K from Unearthed. Is it Unearthed Films? Yeah, Unearthed Films. So good to see this one get a nice release, and I will check this one out. I will have to be in the mood to check this one out. It's one of them. It's pretty heavy, but good to grab it today. Next up, I got one of these quite fancy indicator releases of Fascination. No title. Fascination. This was here second hand and pretty cheap for one of these releases. So this is one of the Gene Rollin films that I don't own. So I thought I'd grab it while it was here today. And I think this is the first one of these kind of indicator releases that I have. So that's cool. Next up, this is like a indie gore film that I've been on the lookout for quite a long time, and it's Fetus, and this is even directed by, signed by the director Brian Paulin. Yeah, so he signed it as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like pretty nasty, crazy stuff. But yeah, I just went up to a store today, and this was right there, so I was like, yes, I've wanted that for ages, and it's signed. So yeah, Fetus, good to finally get that one in the collection. Next up, the 4K of God Told Me To. This is another one I've been after for a while. One of the few Larry Cohen films that I've not seen. Sounds like a really interesting movie. A bunch of like random law-abiding people commit some awful crimes, and their only response to why they did it is God told me to do it. And yeah, I think it's a bit of a supernatural sort of serial killer kind of thing going on. Has a great write-up. I've heard good things about it, so yeah, I'll check this one out soon. But nice to finally grab the 4K of God Told Me To. Next up from Kino, I picked up The Godsend, which is an 80s horror film that I actually don't know much about. I didn't even know this had come out on Blu-ray until I saw it today, so that was a nice surprise. But really nice Blu-ray release for the slipcover. So yeah, glad to finally get The Godsend. I will have to watch it and familiarise myself with this one, because this is not a movie that has ever properly come my way. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think. Oh, okay, this was a good one. I've been intrigued by this movie for so long, and I wanted to get it for a long time. And it's Hercules in the Haunted World. So it's Reg Park, the old bodybuilder, Christopher Lee, and directed by Mario Bava. So that is a very eclectic coming together of talents. And this sounds awesome. It's like sword and sandal, supernatural, monsters, creatures, all kind of things going on in this one. I really am excited to check this one out. So yeah, great to finally get Hercules in the Haunted World. That's yeah, really cool pickup. Next up, I picked up Homesick. This was just there today. It looks like a nice Synapse release. I've heard about it before. I've seen it knocking around, but not got it. So thought I'd grab that up today. Just pull these a bit closer. Next up, I picked up In the Folds of the Flesh, which is a pretty well-rated giallo from what I can see. Pretty crazy. I think it says on the back it's one of the most bizarre giallos ever made. I hear it talked about from time to time, and it's usually favourable. So whilst it was there, I thought I'd grab it up. A Mondo Macabro one. I don't know this movie. It's called The Inferno. It's a Japanese horror movie from 1979. Over 2 hours long as well. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll get around to watching this one. But it definitely sounds like an interesting one. I think it's got a lot of kind of like this Japanese folklore, supernatural stuff going on. So yeah, the Inferno, if you know anything about it, feel free to let me know. What's next? Some extreme stuff here. Junk films. Again, I've been aware of this for a long time. Been pretty hard to find. So this was there today. Really nice Blu-ray release. It's very similar to release of Orozco, which I watched not long ago for the channel. More kind of like shock footage, sort of shockumentary, and footage of weird practices and violent things and things like that. So yeah, didn't know it was out on Blu-ray, but good to see it today. I might do like one of these extreme watch-alongs to this at some point when I'm in the mood. So that's that one. Next up is just like a cheap DVD of the Minotaur. Don't know anything about this. It's about a Minotaur monster that they sacrifice these young women to. It looks kind of goofy, but kind of funny on the back. So yeah, it looks like my kind of silly little monster movie. So I'll check that one out at some point. This one, yeah, another one I wanted to get for so long. I get people mention this one a lot, and it really looks like it's up my street. And it's the monster of Piedras Blancas from the 50s. So yeah, another kind of sea monster beach themed monster movie. I really should have got on this one years ago, but yeah, delighted to see it there today. Definitely wanted to grab this one up, so I'm sure I will really like this one. Next up, I picked up Murder Obsession, another kind of Jello film. This has recently come out on Blu-ray, but it was there today. It was cheap. This will do for me, I think, with this kind of movie. So yeah. And next up, I picked up Nutbag, just a very kind of low-budget, sleazy serial killer movie. It sounds good. I think it's probably a bit unpleasant and gory in places, but yeah, we'll see. Next up, I wanted to grab some more Cauldron while it was there in front of me, and I got Off Balance with Michael York, and I think Donald Pleasance is in this, and it's directed by Ruggero Deodato, so pretty interesting stuff. I think this is also known as Phantom of Death, which is a better title for me than Off Balance, but this is a nice release at least. So yeah, I will check this one out at some point. Next up, I think this is a trailer compilation. It's called Only the Good Parts. I just kind of saw it there at the time and got it. It was very cheap. Thought it might have been a compilation of like the best scenes in horror movies, but I don't know, something's telling me it's a trailer compilation. I'm not too hot on things like that, but either way, it's a cool release, and I wasn't aware this existed, so yeah, I'll be happy to add that into the collection. Right, this next thing, the Out There Halloween mega tape. I wasn't sure what this was when it came out, but it's something to do with WNUF, who did that fantastic Halloween broadcasted special, which looked like it came straight from the 80s. It was a fantastic thing they did. And I think this is a similar thing where it's just like you put it on and it's like watching TV in the 80s at Halloween time. So if it's like WNUF, I'll really enjoy this. I really love the immersive feel of watching something as if it was the 1980s again. And this is pretty much the same thing. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it's in the same vein as that, which would be really cool. So yeah, looking forward to putting this one on and seeing what it's all about. Next up, I picked up Phase 4. Never seen this. I know this is a favourite amongst a lot of people. It's had Blu-ray releases now, but again, this was out here on DVD, really cheap. So finally picked this up, and we'll look forward to checking this one out soon. My dad was like, "You're only getting that because it's got a giant ant on the front," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, of course I am. I can't resist a giant insect monster." Right, okay, next up, okay, I don't know what to expect from this one. This is the Profane exhibit. This is an anthology made by 10 different directors, but 10 extreme horror directors. So I think Ruggero Deodato is one of them. Who else is on this? I can't see the names. I know one of them is Marion Dora, so I'll brace myself for that segment. But yeah, this is an anthology made by the most controversial horror filmmakers out there, so this is probably going to be pretty strong stuff. I'm interested to see what they do. It looks pretty nasty in and of itself, so yeah, I'll check that one out soon and see what it's like. Right, next up, okay, I was glad to see this there. I don't know much about this movie. It's very controversial, and it's the Reality Killers. Terrible glare, sorry guys. The Reality Killers. This is a movie that was banned in the UK and really talks itself up. It makes it out to be the most controversial and sort of nasty, sickening horror film around, following the exploits of this serial killer. I've heard a few people talk like that, and then I've heard people say it's not that big of a deal. So whether it's just talking up a good game, I'm not sure, but it does have the banned in the UK label there. So yeah, I'll see. I'll check it out again. I may do a watch along to see how bad this one is, but I don't see it around much, so I wanted to grab it today whilst it was there. Got some vintage horror from the 40s, Revenge of the Zombies, with John Carradine, so I'm sure this will be fun, seeing a young John Carradine in one of his earlier horror roles. So that's cool. Okay. Rolling Vengeance, the one I think where a guy creates like a souped up monster truck and goes around killing people out of revenge. So sounds like a pretty badass movie. I love the cover on that. So again, whilst it was there, I thought I'd grab it up. Nice Blu-ray release with a slip cover. There was a few Visual Vengeance releases there. I didn't have this one, so I grabbed it. Scream Queen with Linnea Quigley. This is I believe, thought to be lost slasher film from, I think it's 1998. I guess it's been found and now put out on a swanky new Blu-ray. So good to see that. So I grabbed that one up. Okay, this one. This is only a real cheap DVD, but I could not resist it. And it's Sea Serpent, also known as Hydra, from the 80s. A giant rubber monster coming out of the sea, causing all kinds of chaos. Ray Milland's in this, which is cool. But this one even says on the back, it's a tacky looking rubber puppet monster, which apparently makes an appearance every 15 minutes in the movie. So if that's the case, I'm absolutely going to love this movie. A cheap looking monster from the water, popping up every 15 minutes. This is like made for me. So Sea Serpent, Hydra, whatever you want to call it, it sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to checking that one out. I also picked up the Blu-ray of Sergeant Kabuki Man. I saw this had come out and it was there today. This is probably the best known Troma film that I've never seen. I've never got round to watching Sergeant Kabuki Man, even though it looks great, and I really like him when he pops up in other Troma films. So yeah, can't wait to check this one out. Looks like a lot of fun. Next up, picked up, this is a nice release. It's a 4K from Scream Factory of Sorority House Massacre. Never seen this one. It's a slasher film that kind of, this one's tended to go into the mire a little bit, and I never get around to picking it up, and then when I search for it I can't find it, or it's really expensive. So it was there today, 4K, Scream Factory, slipcase, so I was on it. So cool to add some 80s slasher goodness to the collection. Next up, I picked up The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Again, this has been out on Blu-ray, but for a giallo, I'm happy with the DVD. I do hear this is one of the best giallo films that there is. I hear a lot of really good reviews for this one. So yeah, I will check this out and see what it's like. Yeah, as far as I can see, it's one of the better giallo films with a really kind of gripping story. So hopefully it will be a good one. Some more Visual Vengeance. I picked up Vampires and Other Stereotypes. I'd not heard of this movie when it came out, but I happened to see a trailer for it on another Visual Vengeance release. It did look pretty awesome, actually. It was pretty crazy. Lots of stuff going on the cover. All kinds of monsters and things there. So it does look like it's a fun one. Next up, I picked up The Vampire Lovers. I have seen this. I have it in a double feature with Countess Dracula, so I thought I'd grab it while it's on its own. This was really cheap. It was a Scream Factory Blu-ray. It was single figures. I know that, so I thought I'll get that so I can represent the movie on its own. I really like The Vampire Lovers. It's a good one from Hammer. And then last I picked up an Arrow Blu-ray of Warning from Space. So a bit of Japanese alien kaiju sci-fi. And again, it's just a movie that I didn't have. I've seen it around. It was there, so I grabbed it up. So that is everything that I got from HorrorCon 2025. As always, guys, let me know what you think of any of the pickups. If you guys went, let me know how your day was. Hope you had a great time. And again, thank you everyone who came up and had a chat. It was fantastic to meet you all. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.